it's turned into an absolute nightmare. Morning everyone, it's Monday and we are starting a brand new project which is going to be quite exciting. To show you what's going on, we're out here today at Payham and we are going to be chasing walls, lots and lots of wall chases. So we're going to relocate power points above the skirting and direct chases up the walls, both on either side of the fireplace there. New chase for the light switch, all conduit going in, wall boxes going in, power and data on this side, a 15 amp outlet here because they're going to put some panel heaters in or something. They are another double 10 amp GPO there, so conduit work across and then up the wall cavity to utilize that. So we've got 4 rooms in total, and then including the hallway, making these lights 2-way switched, and then in here at the start to pull some stuff off, so wall chaser up, get rid of all this old cabling, which you probably could just come down with it, but we'll do it all properly. This is what we've quoted for, so we'll wall chase all the way up, wall chase all the way up, rehash that phone point, they want to keep that, another double 10 amp GPO there, wall chase, 15 amp there, wall chase and double 10 chase there, the light switch positions, so wall chase up, we'll just tee into that, junction box, bring it down. Same in this bedroom. Power points and data points sort of around, lots of wall chasing to do. So today I think the majority of what today will be, we'll just be getting these wall chases in, hopefully mounting the wall boxes, and then maybe just poking up the excess cable out of the conduits into the roof space, and then probably junction boxing those off, and then running them. There is a switchboard located on the outside of this wall here, 3-phase new switchboard enclosure that's been put in. So these 15 amp power points that are in each of the rooms will be ran back to dedicated circuits in that switchboard. Lighting is staying the same, just switch positions, stuff like that. And then we've got this room, I think I'll check this room here, and then this room here we've got power point, no cavities in any of these walls, hence the reason we're going to be wall chasing, and then obviously putting conduit in as well, because they are going to put built-in cabinetry and stuff in later on. So just got to utilise that for the best we can. So I will time lapse a lot of this today, just because the wall chase, so you're not going to hear me yabbering on. So I used a Metabo vacuum and wall chaser, which have been absolutely great. The only thing that's gone wrong with the Metabo wall chaser was the armature had failed, but sometimes I use this thing several times a week and sometimes I don't use it for months. So anyway, I will get time lapse set up and we'll start in this room here first. We'll disconnect the power. So my friend who originally had done some of the wiring here has segregated this old section of the house onto its own RCBO breakers in the switchboard. So we'll disconnect them. We'll just leave some of the power circuits running for now and get all these walls chased today, get the wall boxes glued in, get the conduit glued in where we can, and then tomorrow we'll be running cables, Wednesday running cables probably and fit off, and Thursday just tidy up those last few little bits and pieces. Fingers crossed that we can get it all done in 4 days. So done one wall chase, went pretty well. The walls aren't super hard. The turbo wall chaser and vacuum's doing exactly what it should, very minimal dust. Obviously we're going to get a bit of debris and stuff from the knocking out the brick and the plaster out of the wall, so we'll make sure we tidy that up. But so we're just going to continue on wall chasing. So we have 22 wall chases in total. We've got one down, so 21 to go. It's going to be a bit of a slog, but that's all right. We'll get it sorted. So I've ordered some wall boxes to put into the walls. We'll liquid nails them in, or cornice adhesive them in somehow. Get all that prepped today. Hopefully get all the wall boxes in prepped, and then run some cables tomorrow and start fitting off on Wednesday. Yeah, so everything's been marked out. I've gone around and marked out everything where they wanted it. I've just come 100 mil up off the skirting board. There's all different size skirting boards throughout the home, so I just thought if we keep it uniform, 100 mil off the top of the skirting boards, that way it gives some uniformity. I have no idea. It makes it look good. So keep going. I'll keep wall chasing, keep chiseling out. I guess the hardest parts are up at the very top up there, if you can see that, where I'm just going to do it by hand to get into the roof space to run our new cabling. Disconnect all the old stuff as well, because that's all going to be made redundant. So all good. All right, keep watching, guys. Get this stuff smashed out. Alright, it's been a minute. Just been chasing all the walls in these rooms. I'll just show you what I've got up to. So chase all them out. That cornice obviously was missing before. Just getting this temporary dry fit, the wall boxes and that now. So I'm just going to chisel out the bottoms where these go, just to fit the wall boxes in. So they've chased in that room, all the plaster's been pulled out, and then I've just chased these rooms for now. I'll break out all the plaster and brick and stuff shortly. So just got the light switches left to do now. So these are coming together. It's a lot of work up and down the ladder, resetting up each room, clearing the vacuum out, a lot of waste, a lot of brick waste. So now just, yeah, got all those done, as you can see. So just got switches now for each bedroom to do, wall chasing, so I'll get them done in a minute, and then 2 for the hallway. And then I'm hoping that these front wall lights, there's wall lights either side, I'll punch through on these and singular chases up the wall. I think would be the best bet for this. So what I'll do is probably room by room, if I can get this room done and that room done today, that would be great. And then tomorrow we'll just be chiseling out that room, and then the rest of the time we can spend gluing in all the wall boxes, all the conduit, maybe getting a little bit of pre-cable done tomorrow. We'll see how we go. Wednesday pre-cable and fit off, and then Thursday hopefully we can get this
3-phase EV charger put in as well. There's data cables to run, so I'm not sure if I've sort of maybe made the deadline too short on this one, saying 4 days by myself. The first day is probably always a little bit harder, trying to get sort of the hang of things, but that's right. We'll,
Morning everyone. It's 6:30, so just getting ready to leave to go to Payham, continue on with that wall chasing. But check out that sunrise, that is amazing. Anyway, we'll make our way to Payham. We've got some more wall chasing to do, get those boxes in, conduit in, cable in, EV charger in, fit off the power point switches. There's a lot to be done, but we'll get to it, and I'll catch you on the job. Morning everyone. Morning? Yeah, almost midday. We've been here for a little bit now, got here around about 8 o'clock. And we have just been, I finished chiseling out all of these walls, and now I've just been going around and setting all the wall boxes in, liquid nailing them all in, making sure that the center screw position is at 130mm off the top of the skirting board, is what we've agreed upon with the customer. This has definitely been a lot more time consuming than what I originally had thought. But these things happen sometimes, and you just got to go with it, I guess. So these are that's sort of what it would look like, and then they'll flush all the way around all this later on. So I'll mount. They can flush off them, I guess, at some point. Hopefully they will fit side by side. I think I've got enough room there. Hopefully, if we need to do a little bit of cut and chucking, we can. So yeah, the front 2 rooms are done now as well. Just pre-fitting off all these boxes, setting them back a little bit, just because we are using the Trader flat cap stuff. So then we're just going to drop in conduits from the roof space. So what we'll do is we'll run 20mm conduit up the wall, run our 2.5 cable in, and then leave probably a metre loop up on each. There'll be a few junction boxes up in the ceiling space. This circuit here, the 15 amp and that 10 amp will be on its own circuit back to the switchboard over here, and the same for the other 3 rooms. So we've just got one more box to put on, and then I'm gonna then chase all the walls for all the light switches, remove all them, turn off, disconnect the power, and the lighting circuit for within here, and then chase 6 wall chasers for lights. So one for here, one for down there. That's 2-way for these 2 lights to be joined together, and then one for each of the bedrooms. So I might just time lapse a little bit, maybe fitting off this one box over here, under here, and then I will probably clean up all the mess that I've made around on all of these cutouts, and then we can sort of go from there. Definitely needing these today. Energy levels are low, really low. But anyway, we'll get this done. We've got someone to come out, give us a hand tomorrow. Got a 4th year apprentice coming out tomorrow. I think he's finished his time, just waiting for his documents to come back. So he'll come out, give us a hand to wire everything in. We've got EV charger to put in, data points obviously to put in, all the lights, a lot to get done. So I'll get this one started. It's almost 4 o'clock. It's turned into an absolute nightmare. Getting all these conduits glued to sit back sort of at least 20mm from the face has just been an absolute pain in the butt. And getting all the boxes to glue. The glue isn't sticking, the brickwork is real sandy in spots, and trying to get things to attach has been an absolute effort. I was really expecting to have a lot more done already, but this is the other side of business when it doesn't go to how you sort of planned, unfortunately. So I've got 3 rooms conduited, boxed, glued. Hopefully overnight it fingers crossed it holds in place. I've put little wedges in and glued it with different sort of things. I've had to go and grab different adhesives to hold it back. I've got clean up to do. I've got to still chase, so I've got all the cabling to run. I've got all the switches to still chase, and I've still got one more room to conduit off in here. In between all of that, there's lots of other stuff happening in the background. There's quotes to get out, there's bookings to put in, there's invoicing to do, there's materials to order. There is a lot going on this week. This week hasn't started out to be great, but so I've liquid nails most of it in. Like it is setting, but it's just not grabbing like this. The red brick's just really quite crumbly and doesn't really have any sort of structure to it, sort of body to it. So yeah, I'm gonna get a couple more conduits in this room, and then I'm gonna call it a day and clean up. So I've still got probably a good hour left on site, and then another half an hour before we get home, and then we've got a lot to do. So I'll touch back in maybe when we finished up. If not, I'll kick back off with tomorrow's morning video, and we'll go from there. Wish me luck, guys. What's happening, everyone? So we're back at Payham. I just sort of do a quick rundown of what's actually happened. So it's taken like 4.5 days. It was a lot harder than I probably first thought, but anyway, we got there in the end. So I'll just show you what we've done here. So we put a Zappy 3-phase charger in. Got all that set up for the customer, 3-phase isolator, all ready to rock and roll there, all configured, ready for them to use. They've just got to register their app to that particular charger. So these lights are now on a 2-way from both ends, wall chased all the way down. These wall chases were a nightmare. All the bedrooms wall chased, all ready for the plastering to be completed. 15 amp power points under each and every window in this section. Removed all the old power points, had to chisel out that, get that in there. Yeah, so we got all those installed. Data points in some of these rooms, conduit for everything, dedicated runs back to the main switchboard, power point behind the bed. We'll turn these lights off now. Down this end. So your dedicated 15 amp power point there, then standard 10 amps, data point over there, 2 10 amp double GPOs there. Once again, all chased in all chased and then obviously all in conduit. Nothing would stick to this stuff. It was a nightmare. We ended up just using cornice adhesive to get these conduits to stick in. The plaster, I think, is coming in a week or so to plaster. So we've fitted everything off just so they can use what they need to, and then if we do need to come back to remove the power point so they can flush sort of nicely around each of the wall boxes, we will. But for now, it's all safe. There's no access to any cables, as you can see. They're all in there. So another plastering here to put a new fan controller on this bit here because the old one fell apart. So yeah, once again, all chase, all the old cabling's been completely disconnected. We just got to recess that phone point in once we've got, that's on back order, so get that recessed back in. Another 15 amp power point. Reran the lights, the conduits for the outside wall lights, which we reused. It was a few big days, like these being sort of 3.3 meters, 3.6 meter high ceilings. It was hard work. There was just not going to lie about that. It was actually quite hard. So, but other than that, it did come up really, really good. The customer's very happy. All the data points ran back to the other side of this sort of wall over here. So we just pulled the pulled the flat roof off at the back and ran the data points down there to another wall plate where the modem plugs in and feeds everything from there. So EV chargers all plugged, all done. I'll just show you the switchboard that we've done over here. This is now full as well. So 3-phase 32 amp RCBO, and then 4 16 amp RCBOs for the 4 15 amp GPOs under each window. So I think all in all it was a good job. I did have someone come in and help me for a couple of days, otherwise it would have probably taken 6 days to complete the works. Yeah, so there was cables running up there just jammed in between the tin on that, so I just have to remove that bit of conduit up there, which I'll probably do now. But anyway guys, do appreciate you watching. The channel is slowly growing, which is always great. I've got heaps more stuff to put out. It's just time and trying to balance the work and editing and family and all of that, but do appreciate it.